Hi everyone. Today is a wet and miserable day outside, so I thought it's probably the best day to do a little bit of phonics inside. So we're going to practice one of our sounds, and this one isn't a digraph. This one actually has 1, 2, 3 letters making one sound, which means it's not a digraph. See if you can tell your partner. See if you can teach your adults. What do we call a sound that has 3 letters? It's a That's right. It's a trigraph. Brilliant. And our trigraph today is a nice long, stretchy sound. It's not a bouncy sound. It's a nice long, stretchy sound. So I'm going to have a little practice, and then I'm going to ask you to have a little practice with your partner. Okay? So my mouth starts quite big. I. Your turn. And tell your partner. I do a tired voice. I. Your turn. And tell your partner. I. And can you see how it's a bit of a tricky sound because my mouth moves. My mouth changes, and at the end it gets closer together. So it starts nice and big and round, and then at the end it comes together, and we end up with that nice long wide mouth. I. Brilliant. So what I now want you to turn to your partner, and just like we've done before, take it in turns with your partner, and I want you to give them a thumbs up if you agree with the sound, and if they need to improve it, then remember you need to tell them how to do that, but you tell them kindly. Thank you very much. Off you go. So now, before we actually look at the letters and look at our rhyme and look at how to read it in words, we need to be able to blend it, and we need to be able to hear it when we say it. So I've got a bit of a clue here to help us practice it, and we're all used to these by now. So this one's got one sound button and one sound line. That's our trigraph. That's our I. Okay, our nice stretchy I. So I want us to stamp this one, and I'm going to go first, and then you're going to go next. Okay, so ready? Off I go. S, I. Your turn. And tell your partner. S, I. And this time, I want you to try and blend it. And I'm going to ask you to do this independently, okay? So off you go. And now let's do it together. Off we go. S, I, sigh. Well done if you read that independently. And a sigh is a little bit like a groan or a little bit like a yawn. So we do it when we're tired. Sigh. And now this one, there's not a lot of it today because it's a bit gloomy outside. So this one, we say I, t, and clap it. Off you go. And tell your partner. I, t. And this time we're going to blend it, okay? And I want us to drum it. Drum it on our legs. Off we go. I, t. Light. Brilliant. And in this one, light. So something can be light, like it's not heavy, it doesn't weigh a lot, but it can also mean, like up there, my light, which is on in my room, light. And the last one is very similar to this one. The end is the same, the middle is the same, but it's just the beginning that's now different. So my turn. I, t, might. Your turn. And tell your knee. And tell your tummy. And tell your partner. Off we go. Might. Brilliant. Now I want to show you the sound now, but I'm going to be a bit mean today because I'm not going to show you the rhyme first. I'm going to show you that tricky trigraph. So there's our trigraph. So you can see 1, 2, 3 letters, but it only makes one sound, which is why we use a sound line. I. Your turn. And tell your partner. I. So you can see that we have an I, if you want to use your sounds, an I, a G and a H, which makes an I. Or if we're using our names, it's an I, a G and an H, which makes that nice stretchy I sound. And if you've forgotten, or you haven't learnt it yet, this is how we remember. We've got this family here, and they're all flying, and they're flying their kites, and they're flying them high. So we say, I fly high. I fly high. I fly high. Tell your partner. And tell them in a cross voice. And tell them in a mouse voice. And tell them in a giant's voice. So now that we've practiced listening to it, it's a good time to practice reading it. So, I'm going to read it first, and then you're going to read it with me. So, off I go. F-L-I-T. Off you go. F-L-I-T. Now, it's got quite a few sounds in it. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sounds in it. So we need to read it a little bit quicker. So ready? Off we go. Flight. And again, even quicker. Flight. Flight. When I went on holiday, I went on a flight. So it means when we fly, when we go on a plane, or when we go up in the sky. Could be a hot air balloon. Could be a helicopter. Could be a jetpack. Now, this is why I wanted to practice this one, because this one's even easier to read. Because all we've got to do, actually, you tell your partner, what letter do we need to take away? What sound do we need to take away? Is it at the end? Is the middle different? So what's different and what do we need to take away? Yes, well done. It's the f. So this one was flight. So this one is light. Light. Which remember we said could mean the light that we turn on and off. Or it could mean light that because it's not heavy. And now this one, again, is very similar. And can you see how the I sound in all of these words are in the middle? It's not at the beginning. Sometimes you'll find an I sound at the end, but you won't find this I sound at the beginning. So this one is not light. This one is I-t. Your turn. And off we go all together. Night. And even quicker. Night. And even quicker. Night. Night. Well done. Not a knight that wears armour, but night as in, I'm very tired. I think I might go to sleep. Good night. Good night. So I'm ready to do some writing now. I've got my board, I've got my pen, and I've got my rubber in case I need to change anything. Now we've done quite lots of writing of words recently, So I want us to practice writing a little sentence, because we haven't really done that for a while. So I was thinking what I could write that had the I sound in, and I managed to think of a sentence that has got two I words in. So I'm thinking that I would like to write, the light was bright. The light was bright. My turn. The light was bright. Your turn. And drum it. Off we go. The light was bright. And hum it. Hmm. And whisper it. The light was bright. And count it. The light was bright. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4 words. So to help me, these aren't sound lines, but I'm going to draw some lines to help me remember my sentence. The, and I've got some of my finger spaces. Remember, I use 2 fingers, my finger space. So there's my finger space. Light, there's my finger space. The light, yes, thank you, was, now I've got a problem here because I can't write the word here. So remember, I've got to go under, well done, under, and all the way back to the beginning. The light was bright. Yep. Bright. And that's a bit of a longer word, so I'm going to draw a longer line there. Bright. And at the end, I must remember that I finished my sentence with a little full stop. Okay? But I'm not going to do that yet because I haven't quite finished my sentence. So, first word, the. It's that tricky word that we learned a long time ago. The. It's got that tricky v sound, and then it's got that eh trying to trick us. And if you want to challenge yourself, you can try and do our down the tower, but do it as a capital letter. So it still looks similar. Down the tower and across the tower. The tower just doesn't go all the way up, and we don't do our steps. So I need a t and a h. That's right. Down the horse, up and over his back. V. And then that tricky eh. Cut the egg, scoop it out. The light. Now I want us to sound this out now, so segment the sounds in the words. Off we go. L, I, t. Light. Good, so that first stretchy sound, l, down the long leg. Remember his toes at the bottom. L, I, ah. I, fly high. Up there for me. So I need my I, my G, which is part of my backwards family, so it goes back around the girl's face, down her ponytail, and give her a flick. I, and the last letter is another, that's it, an H. This one's nice and tall, otherwise it looks like an doesn't it? Down the horse, up and over his back. L-I-T. Light. Okay? The light was. Another tricky word. When we say, looks like was, we say was. Looks like was, we say was. So we need that w. Down, up, wiggle down the worm. That ah, which goes back around the apple. Back around the apple. Straight down the leaf. W, ah, and then that slither down the snake. Looks like was, we say was. The light was bright. Now it's got one of those, it's got that r in it that we need to be really careful about so it doesn't become bite, bite. So brr, b, r. That's right, b, So straight down the boot, up and over his toe, down the robot, up and over his arm, I, and then there's that G, and the last letter again was, that's right, H. So nice and tall, just like my B, down the horse, up and over his back, bright, and this time I can do my tower with the steps and the top of my tower as well. The light was bright. And that's the end of my sentence, so I need a full stop. Thank you for your help today, everyone.